sliding glass windows can
Hello,
get out.
everybody. Welcome once again to Friday. This is BND Live, where a group of high school friends attempts to play Dungeons and Dragons remotely via the internet. With us, as always, we have Erin as Agnes the Bard, Tim as Twizzard the Wizard, Stephen as Finric the Monk, Chris as Paelias the Cleric, and tonight joining us as special guests, we have Jared and Rob, two esteemed DMs who will be assisting me in the chaos that's about to ensue. I am Shawn, your ever faithful and humble DM, and this is BND Live. Let's just jump right into a recap from last week, folks. It was DePaul. Actually, it was the night before, and Paelias was communing with his goddess Mystra by piling incense and flash powder, mixing them together with the femur of Mr. Oni Boni. As he ground the mixture together, they burst into flame, and a vision of a peasant girl appeared floating. The question that he had asked was, is it a good idea to let Finistel join them on their search for Falrith? And based on a certain magic trick, Paelias read what he will into that vision that was his and his alone. Then, of course, everybody woke up the next morning having had the benefits of a long rest. And went downstairs, had a good breakfast. They then visited the Galdinger estate as Agnes sent Freddie to get some ink. Eustace got you the 300 gold that you were owed and some drinks. Continuing on to Parliament, you made it past the guards and in to see Skaldrek, the right-hand man to the Duke. Buying land? Sure, but there's, of course, going to have to be a survey conducted, maybe some taxes on that pyramid. Oh, and I'll see you at the party tonight. Over to the Soaring Goose for lunch. You purchased some of Fawn's bubbly for future use, perhaps. Back to do some preparation at Lady Norfel Lowen's. The guests started to arrive. Finric and Paelias decided to take seats at the table and watch the show. Guests include Shogren Diane Kovath from House Evath, Shogren Palkin Moondrop from House Rudlin, your good friend Wimblecat, Ligur, a sketchy-looking human wizard, Joaquin Estrazio, Skaldrake, Headmaster Totternoose, and Master Ring. After an awesome and amazing performance by Agnes, Twizzard, Finistel, and Heather, and of course Mr. Oni Boni, there was great clapping as the Mummy Lord was vanquished for good. As his heart burst into flame, though, the party was interrupted by a group of monks seemingly dropping from above soon after an arcane blast stunned Agnes, Finric, Master Rang, and Wimblecat. And that is where we'll pick things up tonight as the monks drop down, and most notably among them, one dropping onto the center of the table. I think we're rolling directly into initiative, folks, is what I think. So, let's roll that initiative. And anyone who is 25 to 20, or above 25, I suppose, but feel free to give me those numbers here.
Above 25 goes.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, I rolled my usual. I got a 2.
Perfect. All right, anyone 20 to 25? Master Ring is, actually.
I am 23.
All right.
Bellon is 23.
Oh, okay. Let's do the tiebreaker there. What do we do? A Dex tiebreaker?
Or your Dex mod?
Or a Dex mod? Or I think it's just straight Dex, right?
Oh, sure, yeah. Bellon's is 17.
Dexterity for me is 14.
All right. So Ballon leaves things off.
Belosh. Belloc.
All right. Actually, wait. Nope.
Excuse me.
Nope. Okay. 15 to 20.
18.
Can you beat an 18, Rob?
Salir has a 19.
Nice.
And Darvain has an 18.
Woo. It's a lot of monks going pretty early.
A lot of monks going pretty early. Watch out!
I'm sorry, Finric.
What was yours?
What was yours, Finric?
18.
Oh, so there's two 18s again. So another roll off
Yeah.
or another dex off.
Darvain's dex is 18.
18.
Oh,
Shit.
double war!
Yeah, roll.
Darvain,
Each
I
of
thought
you
you were
roll
dead.
Each of you roll a d20. Let's see what happens.
Oh boy.
6.
9.
All
Hey!
right, Finric locks in the.
69 in parentheses next
Of course, I am stunned, so that's
You're quickly stunned.
yeah.
Classic. And I'm sorry, what was the name of your 18, Rob?
That was Darvain.
All right. So I got a 19, an 18, and an 18. Anyone else 15 to 20?
2.
All right, 10 to 15.
Oh. Ooh, does Mr. Bones get to roll?
Yes, Mr. Bones has his own initiative.
Yes. 3.
Seems right. Seems appropriate.
Oh my
Set
goodness.
things up for you.
Nailed it.
Two of us are gonna
That's right.
speak towards the door.
Get him, Mr. Bones!
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
Gorion has an 11.
Say it again. Gorion.
Gorion, yeah.
I'm not using this die. Betrayed me.
Go, Ryan, go, Ryan, go, Ryan,
Oh
go.
my gosh. All right. A lot of people in the 5 to 10 range.
I've got one in the 5 to 10 range.
All right. What do you got for me?
Finistel
All right.
is at a 6.
Fawen has 8.
Fireman has 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
So much initiative.
It's gonna be crazy.
This is going to be bonkers.
Can anybody beat a 6? Okay. You are tied with Heather. So I'm just gonna
Don't like her.
Yeah, I'll just make Heather go second. Don't worry about that. I'm sure that this group would agree with that. All right. The ever popular 0 through 5.
I've got a 4 for Diane. Cool bath.
Paelias, what'd you get?
12.
Son of a
damn it.
bitch,
Not paying
Paelias.
attention at all.
All the focus is on the sausage.
God bless
So
America.
I guess that's before Gorion?
What did the sausage roll?
Did he say 12? Yeah.
He
Yeah.
did.
Sausage roll.
All right, so it sounds like a 4 is next. So Diana's 4.
Yes.
Amazing. I got a 3 for Moondrop. What do you got, Twizzard?
Mr. Bones rolled a 3.
All right.
Just about.
What's Mr. Bones? Fuck it. You just go first.
Hell yeah. Tiebreaker goes to the PC. Hell yeah.
All right. And then Twizzard with a 2.
Yeah.
And I think that's the last. A very simple initiative order, folks.
Where's Wimblecat?
Well, we'll find out in a second. That's not visible. You guys can't read that, can you? Or can you? Is that
Not
what all-
really.
No. All right.
Barely.
Can kind of make out stuff.
Yeah, never mind.
If you put a little marker on who it is, we can kind of infer.
No. I'll just
Call it
I have it written down by me, so.
I'll call it out too.
I can
Yeah,
also
on the
pin
ball.
the video, make it bigger.
All right. So let's recap again. So there's this arcane sort of palpable wave sweeps over you, and again stuns Agnes, Finric, Master Rang, and Wimblecat. The monks drop down. Ligur, the sort of sketchy wizard who you folks know runs the underground fighting, reads the room quite quickly, grabs the people next to him, which is basically Wimblecat and Skaldrake, and teleports away. The stunned
Okay.
Wimblecat, the right-hand man to the Duke, and Ligur, who's hoping to score points with both of them. Boom, gone. All right. After that, we will go to Balan. Which one would you like Balan to be, Rob?
One of the people on the ground. I guess the one in the dark. One in the top left with the dark head.
This one right here?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So Balan is like a human male. He is shirtless, except he's wearing like a super tiny leather vest. Like it's just for show. It's not for warmth at all. And he's going to move to, I guess, who's the nearest person who looks like a wizard?
The nearest person who looks like a wizard. Finn looks like a wizard, though she's not wearing the signature black or red robes. You would have definitely seen Mr. Twizzard doing magic. And then the two other wizards... Sorry, my giant hand. I need a poking stick. Here's my poking
Mr.
stick.
Twizzard doesn't look like a wizard, though.
That's true. Actually, yeah. Do you want to describe yourselves, player characters, so you can...
Mr. Twizzard has no shirt on. He has MC Hammer pants. He has a red mohawk, and he is incredibly awesome.
And a lot of gold chains.
Oh, he has gold chains around his neck. A lot of gold chains around his neck.
It's like his armor.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's like his armor. Finric, you're over here. Would you like to describe yourself?
Yes, Finric is extremely tall for a halfling, and wears a metal hat and monk's vestments.
Paelias, I believe you did go to dinner in your armor. I believe you stipified that, right?
Oh yeah, I always go to dinner in my armor.
We'll give you the
Chainmail
benefit
or
of the
no
doubt.
mail.
So this is. Do you want to describe what you look like?
Oh, I'm tall, dapper. I have a shield and crossbow, and I believe I have a bagpipes with me. I usually carry that with me.
That rarely comes up. I'm not sure why you chose to recognize that.
I don't use it that much, but you know,
Oh.
when you use it, it's gonna come and play.
Crucial.
All right, Agnes, our ever faithful bard, right here.
Yeah. Just think Merida with shorter hair.
Wait, is it red, too?
My hair is supposed to be auburn.
Yeah.
They don't really have auburn Lego figure hair, so
I'm just meeting
That's
everyone
what we could
tonight.
do. Finishdale, being played by Jared tonight, is a elf, blonde hair, white robe, staff. Definitely a magic user of some kind, as far as the monks know.
Okay, well,
The staff gives it away.
Staff. The staff is
Oh,
usually around.
wizard. All right, Belon takes one look at Mr. Twizzard and realizes that he needs to take Mr. Twizzard out because he is the most fashionable person in the room right now. He's stealing Belon's vibe.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, it's like I can't let that stand because everyone's gonna look at you and not me. So Belon like does some cartwheels over to you, making like ninja sounds, and he stops right in front of Mr. Twizzard, and then he unleashes a flurry of blows against Mr. Twizzard, punches and kicks. That he's just fighting barehanded. He doesn't have any weapons that you can see. So let's see. Let's get some attacks out of the way here. Double twos probably doesn't hit.
surprisingly,
Wait, did you say double twos?
Yeah, I just rolled 2 attacks at once, and they were both 2s, so I'm
Okay,
pretty
yeah.
sure he missed. So,
It was close, but yes.
so these are all for show. It's just like so much, like wah, wah. And Mr. Twizzard like leans back 3 inches and like
Oh my
there's
god.
nothing there. And then he like, and then like really goes for it and starts punching more times because he's a monk and he can do this kind of shit.
Agnes, you're on deck.
All right, 17 and 14.
Oh, yeah, those both hit.
Okay. All right. So one of those we're gonna spend. That's this. All right. Well, I guess we'll do damage for those first.
All right.
Oh, nice. So that's gonna be 3 plus 3 times 6. That's 9 damage total. And Bill and stuff. Yeah, there we go. And Mr. Twizzard, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Got it. That's one of my specialties.
and that he doesn't have a negative number
There
for
we
it.
go.
That's
Come on.
right.
This is the die that betrayed me before. Come on, man. I'm not rolling this one again. Wait. Dexterity I can add. Oh, I can add a big fat 0. So that would be, what's 0 plus 2? Oh, 2. I'm
Okay.
not using that one again.
His last punch hits Mr. Twizzard right in the chest, and Mr. Twizzard just goes ploop, and he's on the ground now. Mr. Twizzard is now prone on the ground.
That's where I wanted to be.
That is all Bilan's gonna do.
All right, Agnes, you're up. Master Ring is on deck. That's me.
So I don't know why these people are here. I mean, I don't know them. I
Yeah.
have no idea what their purpose here is.
It's
You're
worth
just gonna leave.
Good call.
So,
Finric, Twizzard, and Paelias, you would recognize Darvain, but that's the only one you would recognize. Sorry.
Hey, that's Darby.
Hey, it's that guy.
All right.
so am I still stunned?
You are still stunned. Yes, sorry.
Can I do a wait?
what
No,
the-
if I'm stunned, I can't do anything with my hands, right?
You can. Let's see. You think I would have read this? Why would I do that? You're incapacitated. Incapacitated means you can't take actions or reactions. So yeah, but it wears off at the end of your turn. So you got that going for you.
Got to watch me fall over.
So I can't do anything.
No.
Just move.
Do I
guess you
still
can
have concentration, or did I lose my concentration?
What were you Oh, I know what you were concentrating on. You did not take any damage. You would still have concentration. Yes.
Okay. All right. So then I'm just gonna keep concentrating if that's the only thing I can do.
Was that Mr. Bones?
All right. Master Ring sees these monks drop down, and she quickly scans over them. Now they are not, not really wearing their traditional robes of their order, so she is not sure. Actually, she's going to do a perception check. 14. Rob, your drunken master monk. Are they trying to actually roll a perception check for your drunken master monk? I want to see if these two recognize each other.
Oh, sure. That's an 8.
All right, so I don't think you noticed Master Rang. So is your drunken master exhibiting any swaying or indicative things of a drunken master fighting style?
Yes, he's gearing up for fighting, so he's definitely starting to do his like drunken master
Alright.
weeds and stuff.
And that's not this one. Which one is it? We got this option. Here, wait, where's my poking stick? We got this option here. This guy over here. Or the guy on the table. Or
He's the guy at the table.
guy on the table. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case, she's gonna jump up onto the table,
Oh, and they dance.
and now they're both like,
Oh shit! Drunken master off.
drunken master off
Who's
right in the center there on the table.
Well, that's the end of the food.
So that's this kind of party. Should we get the lampshades out?
She absolutely we should. She's just gonna
Who's
go
gonna
attack.
conjure up a lampshade for these guys?
That is a 19 and a 26 to hit.
Those both hit.
All right. 22 points of damage. And then she's going to disengage, flip off the table,
Whoa.
and stand between Twizzard and this monk.
I'm in the wrong spot. I don't like being where I am.
Solar is up. Finric, you're on deck.
Okay. So y'all don't know where Solar is, but so Mr. Twizzard, who's the other wizard beside Mr. Twizzard?
There are
Me, Agnes?
you definitely saw Agnes use magic. You definitely saw Finn use magic, and you recognize the red and black robes of these at the end of the table.
Okay. I guess it'll be Finn. Okay. Salir will spend some key points to cast Silence where Finn is standing.
Oh, all right.
And so that's a That's a 20-foot radius sphere where anybody in there can't speak and can't cast spells where they have to talk.
20-foot radius sphere. All right. Wah.
That is awesome.
Put that on there. Looks pretty good.
Okay, so she's also concentrating.
She can move out of that if she needs to.
True, yeah, this is just...
Okay.
Okay, that's that. And then, does she have anything else she wants to do?
Finric, you are on deck, but you're going to be basically stunned for this turn.
Yeah, but I'm gonna eye one of these guys something awful.
Perfect.
Shawn, can you tell me about the lighting situation here?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a...
Is it well lit, would you say?
It is well lit. It is definitely well lit. It is a vaulted ceiling. There is a balcony about 10 feet or so up, and then another 10 feet up, it goes into a big vault. So the point of the vault is probably 30 feet up.
Okay. Is there like some massive, fancy chandelier?
Yeah, there's two massive fancy chandeliers.
Got it. Okay.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Celir will maybe do some movement that no one can see, and then she's done.
All right. Finric is stunned, and then... Sorry, Darvain, you're up.
Oh, Darvain's up. Oh, delightful.
And then Paelias, you are on deck.
Okay. So what Darvain's going to do is he is going to do some... He's gonna gong of the summit here and spend some key points to cast Shatter, targeting one of those two chandeliers to make it explode and then crash down, causing annoying the people below him or below the chandelier. Basically, he'd do whether it's going to cause the most damage to the people he wants to fight against. So I guess the wizards.
So I'm going to say that there is chandelier at the point of this here and at the point of here. So if you want to hit two wizards and these people over here, you drop it. You drop this one.
Yeah, he'll do that one. He's just trying to cause confusion.
Okay.
Definitely drop that one.
All right. So yeah. So shatter. So the whole thing just basically and then falls down, raining.
Yeah, like he's not casting Shatter where they are to hurt them with the spell. He just wants to like make this thing explode and just cause more chaos to throw people off, make it harder for them to like cast spells or walk around. There's all this crunchy glass on the ground now.
Yeah, I think the way that's going to manifest mechanically. Yeah, I think people are going to basically have disadvantage in that zone if they're doing anything like attacks or stuff like that. And their movement, it's probably difficult terrain, at least for this turn, as the things fall down. So half movement. Does that sound fair to you?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, difficult terrain.
All right, so that is actually then, that affects you, Paelias. So you're right here. A chandelier has just crashed down around you as these monks were like seemingly dropping out of the sky. You saw Twizzard go down. Agnes and Finric are like frozen, at least for this turn. What do you want to do, buddy?
So did I get hurt?
You did not get hurt, but if you try to attack someone, you'll have disadvantage, and if you try to move, you'll have half movement until you get out of the wreckage.
If I use this staff, can I still do my spiritual weapon?
Yes, you're gonna use. Oh my gosh, you remembered you have the staff.
Break it out, buddy. Let's get that staff going.
I love it.
Sell it to Wimblecat?
No, he didn't sell it. He thought about selling it to Wimblecat.
I did think about it.
He brought everything he owned to this dinner party.
All right,
Yeah,
so-
I said I haven't used it yet, so let's wait till I use it to sell it. So maybe this will be my demonstration.
Let's use that.
Well, it is impressive. I mean, bringing it to a dinner party would make sense if you want to sort of, show.
Yeah, I was
off.
gonna show him. All right.
Yeah, do you want to describe what happens?
I have no idea what happens.
God damn it!
Wait, I'll bring it up.
I used the staff.
Yeah, that's as far as I got.
That's something cool.
Yeah, right. It's good.
I had a staff. Step one.
Makes a rapping noise when I hit it on stuff.
You at least have to come up with a cool command word that you shout.
Am I in the zone of silence?
No,
No.
you're not.
Oh, good. So I need to command it?
Yeah.
All right, let me pull up what you send me.
You can use an action to speak the staff's command word
Mm.
Yeah, baby.
and throw it on the ground within 10 feet of you.
Okay. Nope, that's the amulet. Okay.
Use the staff. Yeah, take a look at that staff.
I imagine Chris's character's like has opened the chest that he carries with him everywhere. As he's rummaging through for the instructions that have the magic word on for the staff in it.
Right.
Hold on, everyone. I
Wait,
came
he's
prepared.
peeling it. He's peeling it out of the packaging. He's like, does anyone have some scissors?
Batteries not included. Son of a.
Yeah.
Son
2 double A's. I just need 2 double A's.
of a.
Can't read this. It's in Orcish.
Okay, got it. I use an action to speak the staff's command word.
Yeah, you
and
do.
throw the staff on the ground within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
So I will use the action word release.
I like it. All right.
Okay.
Where are you throwing it? There's a monk right here.
Yeah.
There's a monk basically behind you. There's one on
Yeah.
the table, and there's one over here.
Which one was around Twizzard?
This one over here, but you are currently 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You're about 30.
No, I need to
35.
be within 10 feet.
So you
Who's
can,
within 10 feet of me?
you could just
The guy
basically
right behind you.
throw it at the guy right behind you.
All right, that'll be him.
All right, so as you speak, release and toss the staff, sort of backhand over. As the glass shatters and rains down, you throw the staff, and it morphs into a giant constrictor snake that then attacks this monk.
Yeah. Constrict.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that snake. Hardcore.
Yeah, bring that to every party.
Cool.
So is it gonna bite or constrict?
Do I get to choose or am I reading?
It's a good question. On your turn, you can mentally command the snake.
I decide the action the snake takes, so it's going to bite.
All right. Silver Hat Monk. Which one is that, Rob?
That is Fawin.
All right, Fawin. Let's see. So, Chris, roll a d20, add a +6.
Oh, we grappling? Oh no, this is an attack roll.
This is not a grapple. It's just biting you.
18.
That hits.
Nice.
All right. So you take. Do you want to roll? You want to roll for it, Chris? It's 2d6 + 4, piercing.
Ooh.
Okay.
I should say.
That's 13.
Okay.
All right. And did you also say you wanted spiritual weapon to come out?
Bonus action, spiritual weapon, baby.
Oh yeah, don't hold back.
Where's
Yeah.
that going?
That'll go toward Twizzard's guy.
All right.
Assailant.
All right. so
Whoever's above Twizzard.
This symbol of Mystra, coupled with the male and female human symbols, appears in the air, streaks across the room, and attempts to slam into Balan.
Bilan of the leather vest. Sure.
So I think you roll another attack for that one, right, Paelias?
Yeah.
I saw that, Paelias. You're on my good list.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
Gorion is on deck.
I think I had something, but I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Rob, do you mind if I so Fawain and Finistel are going to go next, but do you mind if I put Finistel first just so it's not 2 Robs in a row?
Yeah.
All right, so Gorion's on deck.
So I had 5, so I got 7.
7. There's a 7 hit, Rob.
No, it does not hit.
All right.
Bummer.
So the spectral weapon, monk dodges.
Flexes his abs, he bends backwards,
Amazing.
winks at the nearest person.
Which is Agnes.
Yeah. I
Agnes,
don't
you just
care.
got winked at. Gorion, you're up. Finistel, you're on deck.
Okay. Gorion is gonna run down the table,
All right.
and then he's gonna try to punch the shit out of Mr. Twizzard while he's on the ground.
Ooh,
Oh.
shit.
That's just rude.
Yeah. So yeah, he'll run up and he pulls out a kama, which is like an axe but thinner blade, and whoosh-ah! And so he swings down with his kama, and then he lifts his knee up for a heel kick. So we got a 16 and an 11.
Ooh. Those
Actually, no, we have a. We have a 22 and a 17.
Ooh.
Didn't matter, they still hit.
Now those really hit.
Okay, and actually, okay, those matter. All right, so those hits. This is gonna be 9 + 8 is 17.
Uh-oh.
Pow, 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 pow.
Good thing I'm beefy.
How's Mr. Twizzard looking here?
Excellent.
Okay. Oh. Yeah.
Is he bloodied or not? Is that what that question was?
Almost.
Okay.
Not quite.
Not quite bloodied.
Okay, and then
This is a Tuesday. Come on.
No, it's DePaul.
This is
That's right. It's the fault.
At least it's not dark.
DePaul. I know. If it was Dolph, we'd all be dead.
And then he springs back and crouches in a defensive stance. Gorian is done.
Are you on the table or somewhere else?
No, he is down on the floor next to Mr. Tizzard. He had to get off the table to get that
Right.
heel kick in.
I'm gonna move these guys a little over so that way. All right, Finistel, you're up. You're in a bubble of silence right now, which you'd probably realize, I guess. Is it sound can't go in either? Like, is it the room just like, boom, totally
Yeah, let
quiet?
me double check that real quick for you. Any creature or object entirely in the sphere. Oh, it's basically sound can't go in or out
All right,
of that sphere.
all right, Jared, you're up.
All right. So Finistel is going to. Is Twizzler still on the ground, right?
Did you call me Twizzler?
Twizzler.
It's the beard twizzlers.
That's perfect for Finistel to call Twizzler, by the way. That's like, you don't even know the character
On
that
brand.
well, and you nailed it.
I've already embodied Finistel.
Well, what do you call her?
Yeah, I screw up her name every time. I screw up everyone's name.
Sinistral is the.
Tit for tat.
Sinistral.
Yes, Mr. Twizzard's still on the ground.
Twizzard is still on the ground. Okay. So Finistel is going to run over to put herself between Twizzard and whomever is attacking Twizzard.
I knew I liked her.
Guess your choices are Gorian the drunken guy or Bellon the leather vest guy.
Well, I will say that Master Ring is between the leather vest guy and Twizzard already.
All right. So the other one then. That's good. And then she's going to cast Armor of Agathis.
All right. Is that the ice one?
Yes, it is.
So, frost spikes appear all over Finistel.
And that'll end her turn.
All right. Heather, at the head of the table, has been watching all this. Oh, Diane, you're on deck, by the way. Heather, at the head of the table, has been watching all this unfold as the shards of glass from the chandelier fall down. She waves her hand and once again, whoop, creates
Bubble.
a bubble around Lady Norfell Lewin, and she backs up behind the bubble. And meanwhile, Lady Norfell Lewin's just like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" She's just like totally psyched at what her dinner and show has turned into. Diane, you're up.
Wait, no, don't we have Fallen?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, Fallen. That's my bad. You were supposed to go before Heather.
Down.
That's so. I'm so bad. I'm terrible. So yes, it went Finistel, then Fallen, and then Heather. So Fallen, you can go. The bubble is not there yet.
Okay, where's Paelias?
Paelias is right here.
Okay, so Fawen is this like she's a silver-skinned dragonborn, and she has this longsword in her hand, which the hilt looks like a dragon with its maw open, and then the blade itself has all this inlaid gold on it. It looks like the dragon is breathing fire down the blade's length. And so Fawen is going to leap up onto the table and then leap towards Paelias, looking to strike him with this sword.
Is this the one with the snake around her?
Yes.
All right.
So does she have difficulty moving with the snake?
Well, the snake bit. It did not grapple.
Oh, I see.
I do think the snake would get an attack of opportunity unless you disengage, Rob.
No, Fawen's got a little. She went a little battle crazy here, and she doesn't care about the snake so much. She wants to get rid of the guy who summoned the snake.
Smart.
All right.
So opportunity attack from the snake, definitely.
Yeah. That's you,
Oh,
Flash.
do I roll for that?
Yep. D20 plus 6.
Okay, that's 17.
That hits.
Nice.
All right. So then 2d6 plus 4 as the snake bites as Thawane flips onto the table, you said?
Yeah.
That's 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
All right.
So it grabs her foot and she kind of shakes it off, and then actually starts moving towards Paelias. All right. She raises her longsword up and tries to drop it down on his head here.
All right.
That's a 26 and a 15.
26 hits, 15 misses.
15. Okay. So with that 26, we have the damage. Right, that's 5 damage from that attack.
Okay.
And then she does this crazy, like, multiple crosscut maneuver, essentially doing Fury of Blows. It's 2 more. Okay. That's a 20 and a 10.
20 hits, 10 misses.
Okay, so the damage from that hit is 9 more damage from that, and as she puts her whole effort into this last thrust, and it like punctures the body, and then you feel, and then she like taps the pommel of the sword, and you feel this energy move down through the sword into your body, and this is a stunning strike.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna need a Constitution save from Paelias to see whether or not he can stave off this vibration moving through his body.
Constitution.
Twizzler and Play. No, it's
plus 2?
Paelias.
Paelias, thank you.
Yeah. Oh dear. No, that's a 5.
Okay, just like when you hit your hand against something so hard that it goes numb, that feeling has gone through all of Paelias' body, and he is stunned until the end of Fawen's next turn. Fawen is done.
All right, now Heather puts up her bubble, and then it's Diane's. Shogren,
All right.
Diane, Kofax.
So Diane is going to look up, gauge the height of the ceiling, mumble a few words under her breath, and then grab the 2 people next to her by the shoulders, and all 3 of them are going to lift up into the air and fly to the ceiling.
All right, how far up you going?
To the tip top.
The tip top. All
Yep.
right. Oh god.
And that'll end her turn.
Hold on, I think I got an idea here.
Pretty sure I could see you guys up there because I'm staring up at the ceiling.
Yeah, from your back, you see us up there like Grandpa Joe and Charlie in the chocolate factory.
Well, that's different.
We're going global.
Nice.
All right.
Perfect.
Mr. Oni Boney is now up, and Sugar and Moondrop is on deck.
Do you want to do some sneaking with him?
You can do whatever you want with him.
I'm not quite sure where he is. Try to zoom in here.
Oh, well, I hit him because of...
Oh, he is technically invisible, right?
Yeah.
Yes, why don't you just let everyone know that?
They're gonna find out.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
Wait,
Invisible skeleton bodyguard, I love it.
Once he attacks, he does become visible, I think, right? So.
Well, I don't know because I'm the one who's making him invisible. Let me check that.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's probably that if he attacks, he becomes visible again.
I think that's what it is.
Oh yeah, for any target that attacks or casts a spell. So.
All right. So,
All right.
where would you like to go, Mr. Bones, Mr. Oni Boney?
Is he? I think
He's on the stage.
He should be right near me, right?
Yeah, he's on the stage. You can get.
Okay. And who's closest to me there? It's hard. I see myself.
So there's this monk over here who hasn't done anything. Did we miss a monk somehow?
Salir is up in the rafters still.
Yeah.
Is that her?
No.
Darvain? Did we forget to move Darvain?
Probably.
Darvain cast a spell, and they didn't
that's
move it
what-
all.
That's what he did. This is Darvain. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. So there's Darvain over here, and then there's a vest guy over here.
Yeah, Vest guy is the one who
Yes.
tickled me, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, he wants to get Vest Guy.
All right. And Best guy would definitely be flanked.
Yeah. He's gonna conk him on the head, or attempt to, with his short sword. I think that's what he's got.
Right.
All right.
With advantage because Mr. Bones is currently invisible, right?
And
Oh,
flanked.
and flank. The other guy's flank.
Quadruple advantage. What does that even mean?
Not a thing. Nope, not a thing.
And 9 feet tall, so it's from above.
Oh,
Oh
man.
yeah. Oof.
And he was on a little step stool.
He takes it out, places it down, steps on it.
So it's 9.5 feet tall.
Hold on, I gotta prop for this. Yeah.
That's right.
Roll them bones.
So he's 1d6.
Well, you have to roll for
Oh yes,
hit first.
he's attacking. Uh-oh. Can he add anything?
I think so, but
Yes, I got 11. Or I didn't. Mr. Bones did.
I think you add your either dexterity or I think you add your dexterity or your strength, depending on. I think it's dexterity for you.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. Mr. Bones doesn't
So-
attack many people.
But you have advantage, so you can roll again.
It's true.
Oh yes, I'm gonna do that. Oh my goodness, that's
It was better the first time.
that's a
So
5.
13 to hit.
That is not gonna do it. Bellon with the leather vest, like hears the whoosh coming, and drops down, does the splits, and puts his arms up to like block the attack, and then shrugs it off to the side.
well. Good going, Mr. Bones. I saw that.
Little thumbs up from the ground there.
I'm putting everyone on my good list. I see these things.
All right. Sjogren Moondrop, who's over here. She looks around at this situation. Chandelier having fallen, giant snake appearing behind her, dude attacking the person she just met next to her at the table, and she teleports over to here, but as she does so, a thunderous boom sounds. Boom! Like a thunderclap in the space. Paelias and Monk in the Silver Hat. Have to make Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
Did you hear that, Paelias? I don't know where you are.
7?
7 is a fail.
Okay.
Paelias, where you at?
Pelias is getting something from the refrigerator.
God bless America. All right, Agnes, you roll for Paelias.
Yeah.
Although I don't know what to add.
15 plus whatever he has for, what do you say, Constitution?
All right, that is a save.
Yep. Yep.
That's a save.
So 17.
Oh god, that
Roll
dice
with me
is
next
gone.
time too.
All right, burn my finger on my sausage. So I had to get to mice.
Oh,
The sausage is jealous.
Okay, so Paelias, you take 10 thunder damage, and I'm sorry, what was the monk's name again?
17 didn't do it.
Owen.
Bowen?
Fawin. Fawin takes 20.
Okay.
Oh, I got half.
And it looks like
Save
Fawin's
his
about to take the
basket.
full brunt, and then she like, whoa, and she still gets hit in the core, but she seemed to dodge some of that damage.
Nice. All right, that brings us to Twizzard. Boom.
Twizzard.
And then
So you might want to use an action to stand.
Oh, is that my own action?
No, you could do your half movement to stand.
yeah, have a movement to stand if you want.
Do
All right, so I'm gonna stand up.
Bellin, you're up on deck.
Okay.
I'm gonna dust myself off.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, "Who tickled me?" Because I fell down laughing.
And Bellin like strikes a pose and then like cocks his head.
It was that guy. All right. So, Bellin is right near me.
It's one with the
Yeah,
black.
you've got Finistel here, Master Ring here, Agnes, and Bellin's over here.
Okay. And
Mr.
sorry,
Bones
I'm
is-
gonna cast polymorph on Bellin.
Okay.
I think he'd look much better, smaller and furrier.
Love it.
All right. So that is a You have to make a wisdom saving throw of 14.
Wisdom save. Okay. Let's see. This is
If
whatever.
you've got what it takes.
Oh no, that's not gonna do it. All right, what does Bella turn into?
Oh.
Nice.
Something. A sloth.
Oh, yeah, you're a sloth.
Okay. Bellen's like in his cool pose, and then he is now a sloth in a tiny leather vest. And actually, the vest fits now because he's sloth-sized.
You still look cool. You're just a lot
Wizard,
smaller and
lots
slower.
of like razor sharp claws.
Yeah, but it's gonna take like 3 turns to
This is
even
true.
get halfway to hitting someone.
Just looking down at himself and back up feels like it takes like the whole round. It seems.
The fight was over. Everyone went home.
All right,
So good.
that happens.
And then I look around the room as a warning.
Who else wants some sloth?
Solid turn. That brings us to the top. Blonde, you're... no, I guess that's the sloth now. The sloth is up. Agnes is on deck.
Okay. Bellen's gonna like start trying to claw Mr. Twizzard's like shins, but like it's so slow. Mr. Twizzard like kind of shuffles back again, waits for the claw to pass, shuffles forward, and that's all Bellen does.
Mr. Tizard.
All right. Agnes is up.
I'm very proud. Very proud.
Okay. So, I don't know what I should really be doing here. I am considering using Dimensional Door and getting out of dodge. But I don't know if that's fair. So,
Whatever you want
at
to do.
least-
There's a balcony above you, and you could also dimensionally door yourself back into the front
kitchen?
hall of the estate. Or the
Oh,
kitchen.
I was thinking going a little further. Maybe would the stables be within 500 feet, or is that even further?
Oh no, the
right.
stables would be within 500. Yeah,
Okay.
You start playing fight music.
like onto a horse, and then the horse runs.
Well, no, I just need to get to my mule soul. But
course.
do I want to leave my buddies here? I mean, this really isn't technically my fight, and I don't have my weapons technically, except for a hidden one. I almost feel like I should go out, get my stuff, and come back.
Whatever you want.
Division door.
I don't know. I guess until I make that decision, I'm going to cast Blade Ward just to give me some resistance, and then I'm going to do a Bardic Inspiration.
All right.
So I'm going to inspire Finric, because I think he's going to be up after me.
All right.
Okay.
So Finric, you've got advantage, or you've got, that extra 1d8 for any of your rolls.
Cool.
All right. All right. Then Master Ring presented the person she was going to fight is now a sloth at her feet. So she is going.
Don't hurt my sloth.
She's going to flip over, continue the Drunken Master battle, and she's going to. Oh, that's a 4. Oh, 12. That can work with a 12. 21 to hit.
That hits. Wait, did she miss as well?
Oh, she did miss.
Okay.
Yes, you're right. Yes, sorry.
Yeah,
Good
no,
point.
Gorion sees that one coming, and he manages to like deflect it, so it actually goes towards sorry, I can't say someone nearby that's not on the monk's team.
Finn.
Sure, and I guess it's the same attack roll and everything. Just
Yep. Oh, okay. All right. So Finistel takes 7 from that. Redirected 7. Finistel. That's you, Jared.
Yeah.
And then the
second one does hit though.
second one does hit. Ah, that's only 6.
Okay.
She's gonna fury of blows.
Wait, what did I take 7 from?
The drunken master Ring, who was at the party, threw a punch, and the other drunken master redirected it into your face.
All right, gotcha. That's no good.
Some collateral damage of 2 drunken masters.
Sometimes there's just no seeing that one.
Right, there's a fight circle. You gotta spread out. Give us
Okay,
some
so here's the problem.
Wait, is Finn holding concentration?
I have armor bag this up, so that's not a choice. She has to take the damage.
Oh, so Master Reg goes to hurt one of the impeding monks, gets her fist deflected into the sharp, crystalline ice spikes, and what does she take?
20 damage.
20 damage! Oh shit!
I need to get that.
Nice.
Holy nuts, that's amazing. All right. Does Finn still take the damage or no?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, okay. That happens. The Fury of Blows is still going to happen. That is a 25 to hit.
Hits.
And a 19 to hit.
Hits.
All right. Wow, really? Okay, 5 and 11 total from that. And she's going to pump a key to try to stun you.
Okay. This is a con save, right?
Correct.
All right. Let's see if he can. 20?
Yeah.
Okay. He's got a big pot belly, and it seems like she strikes him in the solar plexus, and and it all seems to just go to his belly, which just wiggles crazily for like 30 seconds.
Amazing.
And then he's fine.
All right. Solar is up. Finric, you're on deck.
Okay. Solar.
I gotta remember.
No, Solar is the good one that we're friends with. This is someone else.
This is Salir.
Salir.
Solir.
Oh my god.
Okay. So
What's
the
wrong with
wizards
it?
that are floating up by the ceiling, they can see all along the balcony this humanoid figure dressed basically like a ninja, all in black. And then so Salir's going to drop concentration on the silence spell and instead cast darkness up at the top where those 3 people are floating, so they can't easily see out of that darkness.
All right. So, and sorry, where are they? Are they on the balcony or on the other chandelier?
The people who are flying?
No, the other monk, the one who's casting.
This character is on the. Actually, the chandelier sounds pretty cool. Yeah, she'll leap to the chandelier,
Okay.
and while perched on there, she will cast darkness up towards the
Alright.
top of the room.
All right.
What's the lighting situation with that chandelier? Is it a bunch of candles and shit?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. She's going to leap on the chandelier and land on it on the edge, so it'll spin really fast in an effort to put all the candles out. While also cast darkness towards the top.
All right. Give me an acrobatics check for that.
You got it. That's a 21.
All right. All right. It spins around. The candles. And the room is basically between that and the darkness spell, and the other chandelier is already smashed. There are a few sort of side candles, but this room is now dimly lit.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right. And Diane and the 2 people she's flying with, you are now in magical darkness. Finric, you're up.
Remind me where Darvain is.
Darvain is over here.
Seems like I can get there, huh?
Oh, you can definitely get there.
Okay, great. Going to Darvain. So we're gonna do a little monk unarmed strike. The first one at an 8 probably isn't gonna do it.
Darvain is on deck, so this is exciting.
Okay. So we got a 15.
That is not quite enough. Your fist is coming in and
All right. So I gotta do my flurry of blows and really try to make this count for something.
punches, kicks.
13. Gonna roll my. What did I get? An 8? Yeah, D8. Gonna roll that guy. 6, 19.
That hits.
Oh, inspired! Inspired by Agnes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Moves an inch
Cool.
faster.
So I'm gonna do my extract aspects. But let me Do the damage.
What? What is this voodoo?
So we got 6 damage.
Okay.
It's 16.
And then, do you want to do extract aspects, or do you want me to take the other flurry?
You can do extract aspects.
The other blow.
So Rob, if you have any resistance, vulnerabilities, immunities, or anything of that nature, Finric taps into your key and learns of your weaknesses and your strengths.
He is resistant to poison damage.
Don't throw poison at him.
I won't try to do that.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, yeah.
Cool. And the last attack fails.
Okay.
All right.
And that's it for Finric.
All right. Darvain, you're up. This guy just got in your face, made contact.
I should have thought about that he goes right after me.
It's hard to... Paelias, you're on deck. Then Gorion.
Okay.
Did Paelias freeze? No.
All right. Darvain is going to leap back 5 feet.
Okay.
He's not going to disengage though, so that gives
Oh.
that gives Finric a free opportunity attack against him.
All right.
So go for it.
Not great. 10.
Gotta get some new dice.
And yeah, he's and then he like snaps his hands out and he kicks his legs out, and as he does that, you see like this flame shoot out from all his extremities, and then he starts throwing punches and kicks at you from like 10 feet away. And as he does this, these like small fireballs start, like these fiery extensions of his limbs start coming at you for swings.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Didn't do that on the roof, did he?
Okay, so let's just get these regular attacks out of the way. That's a 10 and a 14.
Neither hit, and I'm going to use my analyze creature reaction.
What?
How is this going to work, actually?
I don't
Because,
know.
okay, whenever an analyzed creature, which you are, because I extracted your aspects, misses you with an attack, you can immediately use your reaction to make an unarmed melee attack against that creature.
Now he is 10 feet away. Do you have like?
Well,
That-
That's
anything that gives
a
you
good-
extra
I
range?
have a dart, but that's not quite a.
I think the problem is that you already used the reaction when you took the attack of opportunity,
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
and your reaction doesn't reset until your next turn.
Okay, well then that sort of solves that issue.
Yeah, we conveniently solved that issue. But I will.
I'll stand down.
Okay, and so those first 2 attacks miss, and then he brings in the feet for 2 kicks here.
From
That's
10
gonna
feet
be
away.
a-
Oh, because it's fireballs, right?
Yeah, and that's a 12 and a 14, which I think still miss, right?
Still miss.
Okay, so like all these fiery fists and kicks are coming at
Finric.
Signifying nothing.
Finric, and Finric's just like, I'll block this, I guess, and like the flame dissipates. Your eyebrows are a little singed, but otherwise you're fine. All right, Darvain's done.
All right, Paelias, you're up. Gorion's on deck. Then finish.
So I'm stunned, so I can't do spells. Is that the deal?
Yes, you can't do actions or reactions.
So a spell would be an action.
It would be. The interesting thing is you have the spiritual weapon up.
Well, 2 interesting things.
And you also have a snake out.
Right, I think I can still use the snake.
Oh, you
because
definitely. Yeah,
on
you
my
could-
turn, I can mentally command the snake if it's within 60 feet of me, and I'm not incapacitated. So I'm not incapacitated, right?
Oh no, you are actually.
That's
Oh,
what's
I'm
wonderful.
incapacitated.
Yeah, stun is incapacitated plus you fail strength and dexterity throws, and people have advantage against you.
Okay, so then I can't use the snake, but I can't do spells, but I can use the weapon maybe.
Is a bonus action an action? I think it is. I don't think you can do anything, I'm afraid.
Oh, I can't do that either. So a bonus action is an action.
I don't know, Jared, Rob, if he's stunned, can you do a bonus action to command the spiritual weapon? No.
Not.
All right.
No. Okay.
I think so.
Sorry, buddy.
All right. So I guess I can't do any actions. So I am. Can I like move at all or no? I guess I'm stunned.
No, this is a turn that you were spending getting unstunned.
All right. I'm getting unstunned.
Shake it out. Shake it
All
out.
right. Gorion. Finistel is on deck.
Oh man. Okay. Gorion's gonna. He's gonna try to attack his master. Actually, he's kind of enjoying this test of his skill. So
All right.
he's gonna go 2 unarmed strikes, kicks and punches towards her. That's gonna be a 20, 25, and a 15.
25 hits, 15 does not.
Okay, so that's 3 damage from him. It's almost like a slap fight between these two. It's like huge punch, and it's like, oh, okay, 5 damage.
Terrible.
All right, he's also gonna flurry now.
Okay.
Spin that key. Gotta spin that key to make that key. So 2 more strikes here. Ba-ba. The highest one of those is a 15, which we know doesn't hit. So
Wow. Both drunken masters are just like the other.
yeah, and so
Like wild, wacky, inflatable tube men.
Oh my god, you're right. It's perfect.
yeah, that's all he's gonna do. He's just gonna keep. He's gonna keep doing this thing. Yeah, actually, and then he'll. Oh, this is bonus action. He's done. He's done. Sorry, he's done.
All right, Finistel. Farwane's on deck.
All right. So can you zoom the camera out a little bit here?
Sorry.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah.
All right. So Finistel's right there. And what she has accomplished so far in this battle is to injure one of her allies.
Perfect.
Is that snowflake on the ground representing something right
This
now?
is the spiritual weapon
Oh, that's the spiritual weapon.
of
Okay.
Paelias, but he was unable to command it because he's stunned.
Well,
It's actually floating. It's floating above someone's head.
Yeah, it was floating. It was attacking the sloth.
Gotcha. I'm gonna move 10 feet towards your hand, Shawn.
10 feet toward my hand.
Yep.
You are leaving melee range with Gorion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Gorion, are you taking attack of opportunity?
Sure, Grind'll punch that shit.
Even with. Yes.
24.
24 hits.
Okay, I mean this is monk damage, so I wouldn't. 7 damage. Take that.
Perfect. All right. So Armor of Agathis is going to do 20 damage.
Oh no! Beautiful.
And then I'm also going to use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke, and he needs to make a Dex save.
Oh,
right, let's do it.
snap.
No.
Well, the dex
Who's
save
the
is
drunken master now? Oh, that's a 2. That's not gonna be good. All right, it's full damage then. Oh, I guess.
23 damage more.
Okay. We're just cut in half because he's a monk.
Yeah.
So 11.
Okay.
All right.
And then now that I am over there, since I have already cast a spell this turn, I can cast a cantrip. So I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at him as well.
Oh, damn.
Ryan's not looking good, by the way. He's all bruised and bloodied.
So that is a 9, and that is a 22.
Okay, the 22 hits.
Okay, that is 10 damage.
All right. This hits him right in his pot belly, and it just like caves all the way inside of his abdomen, and then it pops back out, and then just like, and then he just crumples to the ground.
Oh, he's down.
He's down.
Dear God, that happened right in front of me. I'm about to lose my lunch.
And that ends Finishel's turn.
All right. Fawin, who is right next to Paelias, I believe.
Yes, a still stunned Paelias, right? Or is
Yeah,
it-
until the end of your turn.
Okay, she's gonna go in and just rip the shit out of him with the longsword here.
Yep.
Your fiery dragon breast longsword. All right, attack number 1. That's a 19.
Yep.
That's 9 damage. Attack number 2. That's 18.
That's my armor class.
Yeah.
Hits then.
Hits.
That's 4.
What was the first one? 9?
Yeah.
9 and 4.
9 and 4.
Whatever. I think I killed myself.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Wait, how did you kill yourself?
I don't know. It's a failure success. I don't need death saving throws. All right, hold on.
You're already that.
Wait, what happened here?
No, I wasn't dead.
I think you
I
clicked
don't
the
know why
wrong
my hit
button.
points went down.
Oh,
I think I was. Oh shoot! Anybody know what I took before?
You took just 1 hit from Fawin, I think. So like,
No, Yeah, it was 2 because I hit your sword too. I think it was like, oh, I know what it was. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
All right, so I was this, and then what did you tell me again? 9 and what?
9 and 4. Yeah.
Okay.
So 13 total there.
And then that would be Okay, I got it.
Okay, and then she'll, you know what? While you're still stunned, she's gonna go into flurry of blows again. Get some kicks in too. That's a hit. No, that's a hit. That's gonna be 6 on more, and then her final kick is gonna be a 16.
All right, I'm down.
Sorry, 16 to hit. 16 to hit, not damage.
Oh no, that doesn't hit.
Okay, and she's done.
What did you hit me with just now before that last one?
6 additional damage beyond that first cluster of 13.
All right, I'm bloodied.
All right. Heather, her mistress safely in a sphere that she's concentrating on, will cast Magic Missile at 3rd level, sending 5 Magic Missiles, 2 to hit this monk right here who is attacking Paelias.
Following, okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into Fawin.
Okay.
And 1 to hit the. Actually, no, she didn't see that guy.
Fawin is bloodied now.
Oh right. Okay, and she's gonna send the other 2 into this monk.
That's Darvain.
Yeah, that's Darvain.
It's either the near one or the far one.
That's 5. Only 5. I guess she rolled a 1 for perception, so I don't even think she sees this monk up here. So 7 total as 3 magic missiles impact into Darvain.
Okay. Not that's nose.
Diane, you are up. Mr. Bones is on deck.
Ooh.
Mr. Bones.
And it's game over.
For Mr. Bones.
Or maybe.
Oh, I know what it was, Plias. You took thunder damage from Moondrop.
But it was only half. It was 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. There was 2 things. Yeah, I remembered what my number was after all. So
Cool.
yeah, I got it right.
Nice.
All right, Diane, you are up in the rafters. It is dark.
So dark.
I'm sorry, you say it was Diane's turn?
Yes.
Okay.
You're up in the rafters flying. It is dark.
Can you pull back a little bit
Oh,
more?
yeah, sorry.
Shut up. Yeah, nice. Okay. Diane is going to leave these 2 people in the darkness because that's the best place for them.
Yep.
And she's going to she doesn't know how big the darkness is, so she's gonna fly in the southern towards the camera until she gets out of the darkness, if she ever does.
How big is the
15
darkness?
feet. 15 feet
50
foot
feet.
radius.
Okay, so she will fly 20 feet out. So now she's over there. She takes a look around. How many enemies does she see?
She sees 1. She would see the guy on the chandelier. 1, 2, 3. 3 standing, 1 fallen, and a sloth.
That's right.
All right, she's gonna ignore the sloth because that's
He's too cute.
she can deal with the sloth later. We're gonna go ahead and cast Chain Lightning on the guy in the chandelier, and then bounce it to the other 3 that she can see.
Oh boy.
So that's a dex save for every monk.
All right, let's do it. Let's start with one on the chandelier. That's Salir. Salir on the chandelier. What's gonna happen? That's a 13.
Fail.
Okay, and then Darvain is gonna do 21.
DC's 14. Yeah.
Okay, so success for Darvain, and then Belon, success, and Fawin, failure. All right, roll that damage.
So it can hit 4 people?
Fawin and Belon failed. Okay.
Lon's really getting the worst of it.
All right. So anybody who failed takes 52 damage.
Whoa!
Okay,
And then anybody who made it takes half. So
got it.
is it 26?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then whoever's on the ground there fails a death saving throw from getting hit by it.
Orion, no. Okay. The two monks that failed their saves, like they still managed to, like all of them instinctively react to the chain lightning coming, and they don't take the brunt of it. But the ones that did fail still take some of the damage, but not the full amount.
All right, and that ends Diane's turn.
All right, so she's floating somewhere over here.
Yes.
I'm gonna just take these guys off for now and use this.
Yeah, they don't matter anymore.
Start peeing on people.
All right, Mr. Bones.
Mr. Bones, make it happen.
He's back.
Now fully visible in all his magnificent glory.
All right, and he's enraged. He's extra irritated because he missed last time. So there's nobody near him anymore. That's an unfriendly, is there?
There's a sloth at his feet.
He could pick the sloth up and store it in his ribs, but he might do that later. All right.
Sounds like a free act to me.
I may have promised the sloth as a pet to Mr. Bones. We'll see. Okay. So, Mr. Bones sees Finric fighting with that clown over there. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I don't know if he's gonna get there so fast. So, does he? I can't remember. I think he's got a spear on him too. So,
Mr. Bones
he's
has a spear too?
He has a spear and a short sword.
He had a spear. He may have lost it. If he doesn't have if he lost the spear, he could just run over there and try and hit the guy with his sword.
How far was his movement?
30 feet per round.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can get there.
All right. So maybe he'll just do that then.
All right.
All right. So he's gonna show up, knock on that guy's door, and hit him with a sword.
All right.
All right.
Make that attack.
All right. Maybe he's just gonna go over there and look at him. All right. So I rolled an 8.
No, but it's 10. It's 10 to hit. Or it,
Yeah. I mean that was an 8 to hit.
no,
That's
plus 2.
Oh, 10.
Yeah.
I don't think 10 makes it any different, right?
Yeah. Again, Darvane kind of sees us coming from a mile away and sidesteps out of the way of the attack.
Why am I a 9-foot tall skeleton? Oh well.
It's so slow.
All right. Well, you're getting a big mean glare from like 2 feet away now.
From the socketless eyes? Check.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. They don't have eyes.
Thus ends Mr. Bones.
All right.
Is he winking? Is he not winking? Fuck.
Is he looking at me or is he looking off to the side?
Yeah. Is he side-eyeing me?
Could be lost. He's trying to leave the room.
Shogren Pelkin Moondrop looks up at the monk on the chandelier, and she whispers something and moves her hand, but as she does it, she sort of trips, it looks like, and she shoots a spell, and it hits the sloth and changes the sloth back into a monk.
My freaking sloth!
No, you were promised Mr. Bones!
It would have been so much better if that monk was in Mr. Bones' ribcage.
It really would have.
Oh no!
That's it. Next time there's a chance for Mr. Bones to put something in his ribs, he's doing it.
He's totally gonna do
We're
it.
not making that mistake again.
We've already done it.
Not a third time now.
That's right.
We won't make that mistake 3 times.
And she's like, "Oh no!" And then it's Twizzard's turn. There is now a monk right next to you.
Well, I look at the monk and I go, oh.
The sex off is on again.
I knew it would come to this.
The shirtless. The vest seems almost even smaller for having been on the sloth.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe you two should have something like a breakdancing competition.
Did
All
Mr.
right.
Tizard throw out the "let's have a breakdance fight" signs?
So, this guy seems, I kind of see myself in this guy a little bit, though of course, not nearly as well. No,
God no.
I see myself best in myself.
He's clean shaven. The
Can
barbarian.
can I not attack this guy and use Charm Person on him?
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Kind of get him on our side? Alright, or, maybe just make him stop staring at me. Alright, so I'm going to cast Charm Person on my previous sloth friend.
This guy, yep.
Alright, so you need to... You also need a Wisdom saving throw of 14 again.
Oh no. Okay. see if you can do it here.
Don't do it.
Nope. 10, not good enough.
Yeah, you're my buddy. All right.
I know I just turned you into a sloth a couple minutes ago, but you're friends with me now.
Cool, right?
I
Is that
just
fun?
can't hurt you, man. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. So, I don't know if you want to help out fighting or you want to take a seat and finish that dessert I was eating or what, but I don't know. Can I ask him to do things, or is he just gonna sit there and smile?
I think
Yeah,
charm
go
person.
grab, go grab something from the kitchen.
He's just friendly with you.
All right. Yeah, have a seat, man. Have some of this pudding. It's really good. All right. And so here's another question. Do I have my stuffy with me? That little monkey stuffy I bought at the toy store.
It's up to you,
I
man.
think I do. I don't think I would leave that
No,
anywhere. 'Cause
why would you leave that anywhere?
All right. So I'm going to take my stuffy out. That I was probably laying on, while I was laying on the floor. And I'm going to tell it to go climb on the head of that guy who's attacking Finric.
Well, so it would be an action to
Oh,
trigger
that would count?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell it to prepare to do that at some point
All
in
right,
the
you
future.
get ready to hug
Do
it.
some stretches.
Get ready, Stuffy.
You
Okay.
get ready to hug it. Yep.
Going in.
Tax your body. Hold your stitches in. Okay.
6 seconds worth of motivational speech.
All right. Blonde's the one who's down, right? Is that true?
Gorion, yeah.
No, Grind's down. Okay, so Blonde's up then.
Okay, Blonde is currently charmed
Oh, right.
by Mr. Tizard. Okay.
Agnes, you're on deck.
He's eating some pudding, and then he puts the spoon down very purposefully, and he tucks his toes under his legs underneath in like a meditation pose. And he strikes a meditation pose. He closes his eyes, and he comes back and he looks at Mr. Tizard, and you can tell that there's no more friendliness there.
Oh.
Oh!
And he stands up and he kicks the chair back like all badass, and he strikes the pose, but that's all he does.
All right, Agnes, you're up.
Okay. So I think that I'm probably going to have to. Well, if I fight a battle that's not my battle, maybe I can cure someone.
Yeah, help.
So,
Nice.
That one's pretty fucked up.
well, I would be able to get next. I'm already next to Mr. Twizzard, and I could probably reach Finistral.
Hmm.
So, Mr.
That's not
Twizzard, how
us.
many? You okay?
I'm about half.
Finistral, what are you at? Like more than 30?
Jerry,
like-
what's Finistel at? Does she look bloody? Does Finn look bloody?
No, she does not.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Then
Plias
I'm
is
going
bloody.
to do Cure Wounds for Mr. Twizzard.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do it at. Let's see here. I'll do it at a level 2. So that's 2d8 plus 4.
Big heels.
All right, so you get 9 points back.
All right. Well, thank you. Oh, I feel so much better.
And then I will inspire Mr. Twizzard.
I'm glowing now.
All right. Is that your turn? Yeah, that's right.
For any of your rolls. In addition.
Oh, you used yours, right, Finric?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna put this ring on Twizzard. All right, that's your turn, Agnes.
Yeah, because I'm not really fighting.
All
Not
right.
not until I'm no longer on defense.
Master Ring is going to. Oh. What'd she do? So she just saw one of her old students basically die in front of her.
Unconscious still.
Unconscious.
There's a chance.
Unconscious.
So you're saying there's a chance?
That's right. I read you.
She's gonna turn and attack Darvane.
Okay.
19 to hit.
That hits.
And a 12.
Woof.
No, sorry, 12 to hit. That wouldn't hit.
Miss.
Yeah. But the one that hits does 11.
Woof.
And then she's gonna disengage. Let's see. And she's gonna crouch over her fallen student. She's gonna backflip up and then sort of stand by him.
Punch him in the throat.
No, she's torn because she wants to see if he can be redeemed, but she also needs to keep track of the monks that are still being assholes. All right, that brings it to Salir. Finric, you're on deck.
Okay. So what Salir would like to do would be to leap to the wall and run up it, which she can do as a monk, to get to the mage who's up in this, who's still flying above,
All right.
and try to punch the hell out of her. Is there a path to get there?
Yeah, because vertical surfaces, she can traverse vertical surfaces like it was nothing. So.
Yep. And her movement speed's stupid high because she's a monk.
And her speed is stupid high. Yeah, no, that's totally gonna happen.
Okay, so she's gonna run up there and try to punch this.
Flying wizard.
Punch the wizard. Let's play Punch the Wizard.
I don't like that game.
They're
Get out of here.
they're battling above the battlefield.
Okay, here we go. That was. She rolled 2 and a 3.
I don't know. What are the totals?
Those would be 10s and 11s.
The 11 hits.
Yay! All right.
Classic.
Who needs mage armor? We don't cast that here.
That's 9 Damagio from that one.
Okay.
And then
she's
you know
bloodied.
what? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to stunning strike off that. That's a con saving throw to see if she doesn't get stunned.
Right. So con saving throw for the. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, wizard. Suck it, wizard.
That's an 11.
That is not good enough. So she is stunned until the end of Salir's next turn.
And we also have to do
And I'm going to
concentration.
make a concentration check, which I also fail. So she's going to be stunned and fall, 30 feet to the ground?
30 feet. So is that, what is that, a d6 per 10 feet?
Can I do
10
a
feet
reaction?
beyond 10, yeah, so...
Wait, say it again?
Featherfall.
Yeah.
Can I do a reaction?
Yeah, do you have Featherfall?
If you haven't used it.
Featherfall it up.
Save the
Perfect.
Save the wizard.
Now, how many people can you affect with Featherfall? Because there's also...
I can affect up to, I believe, 5 or 6. Let me
Joaquin Estrasio, you sort of, Agnes, as you see this monk jump from the chandelier, seemingly run up the sheer wall, punch the flying wizard, you hear this, as Headmaster Totternoose and Joaquin Estrasio, fall out of the darkness. In the dim light you see with your elven eyes, these 3 figures falling out of the air, and you're featherfall.
I can do up to 5.
All right.
Perfect.
So they sort of drift down, and they look over at their host, Lady Norfa Lewin, who's in this bubble, and she's and they're like, what the fuck?
I'm just playing damage control here.
All right, you are now on the ground, Diane. And the monk is, I guess, still in the air?
Actually, Salir was going to do a flurry of blows still.
Oh,
if it's
sorry.
all right.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay, and the wizard's now stunned, so these are with advantage?
So
Yeah.
as the wizard's falling at a featherfall pace, stunned, you're just
Oh,
like,
no! Kind of spin
the way
around a little
down.
bit to get a good punch on the face. That's what's happening
This
here.
is some Dragon Ball Z stuff right here.
That's a hit because we know it's 10. And wow, 12, just enough. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's 2 hits. That's 12 total.
Full total, got it.
And then, okay,
Bloodied.
now she's done.
So Diane falls to the ground, bloodied, beaten, bruised,
You
and just lies
you ride her to the
frozen in
ground,
time.
basically.
And the classic Family Guy, you know, like
Oh, that pose.
that one pose that they're always in whenever they fall.
Amazing. Finric, in front of you is now the stunned body of the Sjogren of House Eva.
Check for
No,
wallet.
House
Not my
Yeah.
problem.
Rudlin.
Yeah.
And another monk. What would you like to do, Finric?
Cool. Well, I'm gonna jump over them at Darvane.
All right. Darvane, you're on deck, by the way.
Okay.
So you
All
close
right,
the
so we're
pin.
gonna attack Darvane. Unarmed strike.
Whatcha?
17. No,
Sure.
no, sorry, 24. That's probably good.
Hits.
Cool. So then, so that's a 6 damage, but I'm also going to try a stunning strike.
Okay, so it's a con save.
On save, yeah.
Oh, Darvane's not very good with con. 1! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Wait, what'd you get?
Stunned. You rolled a
One?
1.
No,
Yeah, that didn't do it.
He is
Um,
totally stunned.
I was like, that's either a 1 or a 20.
So that's gonna go for my second attack there.
With advantage now because he's stunned.
Yeah.
2 complete.
So 14. Dang.
That actually misses.
So we will proceed to the flurry of blows section of the turn.
That's right. monks.
So 20,
Hits.
and that does 7 damage.
Okay.
And then with 26
Hits.
and 8 damage.
Okay, Darvane is definitely bloodied at this point.
But he's still resistant to poison, so he's got that. He's got that going for him.
Got that going
That's
for
right.
you.
That's what he's thinking right now.
Yeah.
Just whip up
At
something from your
least.
herbal kit. You know?
Not poisons.
Poison me. Try it. I
All
dare
right.
you.
dare
Darvane,
ya.
you are up. Paelias is on deck.
Sorry, who's up?
Darvane.
Darvane is stunned, so he'll be stunned until the end of Finric's next turn.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, good point. Paelias, you're up.
All right then, let's get something new going. I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians. Okay, so I call forth a spirits to protect me. They flit around me at a distance of 15 feet for the duration. I cast this to designate any number of creatures I can see to be unaffected by it. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn, it starts its turn there. It makes wisdom saving throw, and then it takes radiant damage if it fails, or half if it doesn't.
You said 15-foot radius, or
They flit around me to a distance of 15 feet.
all right. All right, so that's gonna get
So I guess the
Ryan.
radius.
That's the one in the silver hat, right, Rob?
Silver Hat is
Is
Darvane.
No. No, Darvane's over here.
Silver Hat's Fowen.
Right. Sorry, with the sword.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, my screen real estate is quite limited, so
No.
my view of the battlefield is very tiny.
I apologize. That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You
so,
got it.
So what if it's centered around you, or centered where you put it?
I'm gonna center around me. So
Okay.
it says they flit around me, so I think it has to be centered around me.
And what do they look like?
So I believe I'm neutral. So they're Fey. Yeah, they're kind of like not real like cherub-looking Feys, but they're kind of like they got some teeth to them, almost a little like pale in the face and like vampirish Feys. Mm.
All right.
Love it.
How many? We don't know. some amount.
Yeah, no, I don't know how many. They just split around me.
All right, they split
And
it
it's a
around.
10-minute thing, so it's a concentration for me.
All right, so yeah, concentration. I got a ring for that.
Do I
Oh,
see
yeah.
it? Can I look away?
I only cast it on the people that I. So I can, if there are people in the area that I don't want them to affect, I can do that. Are there people in the area that are on my team?
Yeah, Master Ring, and arguably the stunned Diane Kovath is just within.
Well, I can designate any number of creatures that I can see to be unaffected. So basically, anybody who's on my team will be unaffected.
Okay.
So the four bad monks are the only ones that are going to get affected by this.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Nice. Nice.
That was your action.
Yeah. So does it do damage right away, or when does it do damage?
I think when they start their turns, it'll hit them.
Correct.
Okay. When a creature enters the area for the first time in a turn or starts its turn there. Okay, got it. Yeah. So then I'll use my spiritual weapon.
Okay. What would you like to attack?
Who's near me?
Fawin.
Fallon is near you.
Is that the sloth guy?
No, Sloth Guy is no longer a sloth.
It's the one that hit you with the dragon sword.
Yeah.
Oh, that
sword,
one's a
dragon sword.
Yeah, sure. Let's hit that guy.
Girl.
Girl.
All right.
I don't really assign people that way.
Following the girl?
A dragonborn.
Nice cover there, Chris.
Oh, according to how they want to be assigned, that's what you don't respect. Cool.
No.
That's a really good cover.
Nobody
Yeah.
gets a gender.
She never told me she was a girl.
You're all
I'm not
true
as-
neutral.
Well, she tells me.
She has a little badge that says she, her.
Spiritual weapon digs right into that.
Roll that damage.
Roll
Roll
attack.
the attack roll, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be good. Plus something. I always forget to look for the plus. So let's see. Spells level 4 plus 5. That's a 23.
That totally hits.
22, I mean. Okay. So what's my damage? My damage is 2d8 plus 2. 8. That's
Is,
this guy.
Is Gorion the one that's down? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
So finish though,
5.
you're on deck.
That is enough. The
Oh!
spiritual weapon knocks Fawin down, and she goes down unconscious.
Okay.
Take that. Oh.
Boom.
Take that, sword lady.
All right.
Or being. However you identify.
All right, Finistel, you're up.
All right. I'm trying to look here. Is there a bad monk still up over there next to the black cap there?
There is. Darvane
Yeah.
is still up.
All right.
And there's still a monk-
launching 2 Eldritch Blasts over there.
There's still a monk here next to Twizzard too.
Yeah,
Are either of them bloodied?
Is Dalan or Darvane bloody?
Darvane is, yes.
All right. I will aim at Darvane then. And that's going to be a 22
Hit.
and a 20.
Hit.
All right. First one is 8 damage. Second one is 8 damage.
Okay, Darvane is also down. Ooh.
All right.
And that'll end Finish's turn.
All right. So Fawin is down. Heather. What the heck is Heather gonna do? She is gonna send some more magic missiles. That's what she does. She's gonna send some magic missiles at the guy who she saw falling from the sky, pummeling the other wizard. She's gonna send 4 magic missiles.
Okay. Okay. And from the grunts that this person makes as they hit, you can tell that she is female. There you go.
All right. Diane, you are up. Mr. Bones is on deck. Oh, you're stunned.
Sorry,
now.
I muted myself instead of unmuting me. Yes.
That's okay.
Diane is stunned, so she will take this turn to get unstunned.
That sounds like a plan. Mr. Bones.
All right.
Bones.
Mr. Bones does an about face to run back to where he came from, because he sees the guy who we all were friends with, but not anymore.
Yeah.
And he's gonna slap him on the head with his sword. Well, that's what he wants to do. So he's gonna take a swing.
Crit!
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
I rolled a 20. I rolled over 5.
That
Okay.
totally hits.
So that would be 1d6 plus 2.
And then another 1d6.
Oh, and then another 1d6. So
Well, does he just double, or does he roll again?
yeah, I don't roll crits very often.
Commonly, it's just for every die you roll an additional die.
Okay.
Okay,
So then you get to roll again.
so that's 4. Ooh, and then a 6 there.
And then
so it's
plus
10.
2.
12.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I think that's the most damage Mr. Bones has done since he's come into
Since
re-existence.
ever.
Balon with the leather vest is now bloodied after that clong that he took to the head from Mr. Bones.
Oh, I'm so proud of Mr. Bones.
Mr. Bones making it happen.
That's why I reanimate him every day.
Shit. Yes, right. This is why. Do you understand now?
All right. Shogren Falcon Moondrop is going to crouch next to Darvain, the comatose, right? The unconscious body of Darvain. Grab him, and they both disappear.
What?
Mm.
Well, that was Moondrop.
That was Moondrop. Twizzard, you're up.
Uh-oh, okay. So, alright. So this clown next to me, is he bloodied or is he just...
Leather vest guy? Yeah, he's bloodied.
Just became
Mr. Oni Boni bloodied him.
That's right.
Alright.
And you have combat inspiration, so do Bakar.
Well, I'm not gonna hit him with anything. It'd be like...
Uncouth.
sneezing at him. Yeah. I'm not
What
gonna
am
go
I, a child?
Yeah.
Or a wizard?
I can't do anything fun, because I'll hurt everybody.
Fireball at my feet.
Can't make a small one.
Tiny fireball.
Let's see. Alright, so... Alright, I guess I'm gonna magic missile him, but I'm gonna point it at his feet and yell, "Dance, fool!" So this will be
This is the dance off.
this is the dance off.
This
Yes.
is the dance off.
Okay.
Alright, so that'll be a second level. What was it there? Okay.
And yeah, Blonde. This is Blonde, right? He's on deck.
Okay.
Alright, so...
Oh, it's on.
Ooh, it's not bad.
It's Bellon.
This never works out right.
And you do that four times.
What's in my way?
So
Yeah,
that's 5.
I'm not keeping
Oh,
track of
I
this.
got it.
Sorry, I'm trying to use the interface to do this. It's supposed to be helpful, but
7,
not helpful.
10. Oh, no, 11.
Supposed to be helpful.
Alright, 11.
Total, okay.
11 to his feet.
Okay, he totally has to like, ooh, ooh,
Yeah,
So it's- You could call it dancing, it's not very graceful, but he gets the point.
yeah. Dance, fool.
There we go.
Amazing. All right, that's Twizzard. You're up, Blonde.
Okay, Bellon
Wait,
Uh,
add 1d8.
Oh, I forgot. That's right.
will slide in low, and then he'll say, "Now you dance, fool!" And he'll start like punching and kicking where your feet were, forcing Mr. Twizzard to like hop around to try to not get his toes squished.
Whoa. Whoa.
All right, I guess here's the unarmed strikes.
The
That's
monk wizard dance
23?
off.
2 23s?
Ooh, that just barely hits me. But it does.
All right, that's 5 plus 4 is 9 total from those.
Ooh.
And then right when you think it's over, he does it some more!
We dwarves are natural jumpers.
All right, that's like 20 something and 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Both hits.
Got me.
Okay.
I guess you don't want to roll anything.
What a roll.
You can roll for armor class. You can use my combat to increase your armor class for 1.
Can I?
I'm pretty certain, but
That would be 12 more damage, but maybe there's some combat inspiration happening here.
I don't know. I've never used that for defense.
Yeah.
We just talked about
No, it's combat.
there's like a special like combat version of Bardic Inspiration?
Yep.
Cool.
I'm the College of Valor.
Let's check it out.
I'm pretty certain that it's essentially any roll. You can add a 1d8 to.
Combat Inspiration.
Of course, the College of Valor is not on D&D Beyond, but
Attack. Yeah, you can totally do that. You can use your reaction to roll the Bardic Inspiration die and add the number rolled to its AC against that attack. After seeing the roll, but knowing whether it hits or misses.
Ooh. It's not too late to do that, is it?
No.
All right.
so,
There was an 18 and a 7.
Oh yeah.
so you might be able to.
So my raw rolls were 18 and 7.
D8, sweetie.
D8. Rolling dice
This
here.
one.
There we go. That's a 6.
Oh, that's a 6.
Ha! We're both wrong. Okay. There we go. 2.
It did not do anything.
All right. That's okay. It was a good try.
It turned it to a 12.
All right. So that's 12 damage to me.
Yeah, that's 12 additional damage from these other 2 attacks, as Mr. Tizard is trying desperately to minimize the bruises to his shins.
Someone sneeze on my feet. I still feel great.
Okay, and then, so Shawn, do you think these 2 would get out of here at this point, or would they stay and fight it out? Tell me what to do, DM.
Well, they saw their leader get taken away. It's up to you, man.
Okay. I think Balan is too enthralled with this dance. Like he still doesn't want to give the room to Mr. Tizard, so he is going to stay in it.
Yeah.
He's enjoying this tit for tat so much that he wants to keep doing it. He's kind of not really aware of what's going on around him right now.
Makes sense.
Caught up in the moment.
Yeah, so Balan stays.
All right, Agnes, you're up then.
All right, so then I am going to cast Enhance Ability for Mr. Twizzard, and I'm going to do Bear's Endurance, so he gets an additional 2d6 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
So that will be... You get 6 more hit points, temporary hit points.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that goes in a special
Look, there's a
location.
little
Yep.
temp thing there.
There you go.
Look at me. So healthy.
And then I will Bardic Inspire. I believe Paelias has not yet been inspired by me. So
Thanks.
Yeah, very politic there. Spreading it out. I like it.
I'm not sure if I could do it more than once for a character.
Oh, like, so they have multiple...
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, for normal bards, you can't have more than one inspiration stacked, but
But if you use it, can I re-inspire?
oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I haven't given it to Paelias yet, so Paelias gets one this turn.
I'll take it.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
Yes, you're still holding concentration on your spirit animals too. Master Rang is going to attempt to prevent Grian from bleeding out. Ooh, that is.
A lot of internal bleeding in the stomach area right now.
How does that work? How does that work? She got a 5+3 medicine.
I think you need a 10 or better to stabilize.
Wait, does she have a? When you make an ability check, an attack roll or a saving throw, and have disadvantage on the roll? No, never mind. That's not going to help. Nope, she can't prevent it. I don't know. Have you been doing death saves by any chance for Grind?
I haven't. We could catch up on that here. Let's do. He took one automatically for taking some damage while down. He just failed a second one, but he succeeded on another one. So he's 2 strikes against him. I guess 2 fails and 1 success.
He is unable to stabilize him. Salir. That's you. That's over here, right?
Oh, yes. Are there windows here?
Absolutely. There are windows along this wall and this wall. This is
Okay.
the house over here.
She wants to run to a window, dashing as needed,
Yep.
kicking and just jumping through it to get the hell out of here. She's seen enough. She knows that she doesn't want to fight this fight anymore.
So it's 45 to the wall. She could be closer to this window, actually.
Sure. You know what? She's got her. She will use her.
Yeah.
No, I have wrong person selected. She's gonna shadow step to like an area of darkness outside of the window. Actually,
Oh, okay. So
she's
just
there 1 minute and like she's shadow that disappears into nothingness, and then you don't know where she went.
all
She
right.
went outside. She's running away.
All
I'm
right.
surprised it wasn't a yellow step.
Cowardice. Got it.
Nice.
Yellow belly.
All right, Finric.
Did I
You're
see
like-
what direction she ran in, or was it literally just disappeared and I'm not sure what direction?
I think it's literally just poof of smoke type of thing.
Cool. So we're going after Bellin.
Yep.
You might be shocked, but I'm gonna unarmed strike.
Monk's gonna monk, man. Monk's gonna monk.
27 probably hits.
Yep.
That even hit me.
So that's 7 damage.
Okay.
And gonna try my stunning strike.
Okay.
So con save,
con
DC 13.
save for this guy plus 3. 21.
Ooh. All right. Guess I'm gonna have to do that second attack. 23.
Hits.
4 damage.
Okay.
Gonna stunning strike again as part of that.
Ooh, wow, okay. So I roll con save here. 10 plus 3, 13.
That's you just got it.
Ugh.
All right.
Oh.
Flurry of blows. 12. Guessing misses.
That misses, yep.
Wait, so
And 25.
the
That
save
hits.
is 13,
Yeah.
and you got a 13, Ralph?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so that is a... Right? Yeah, 9 damage.
9 damage, okay. Bellon is on his last legs. There's not much swagger left in him.
All right, Paelias, your spiritual guardians are still flying around. Your spiritual weapon is still flying around.
Was Bellon in range of the spiritual guardians on his turn?
No,
Okay.
no.
You guys have been staying clear for me.
Terrified.
I'm just gonna healing word myself a little bit.
All right, fair enough.
Sounds like I could use a little bit of that.
All right, Finistel, you're up.
Well, I get my spiritual weapon too, though, right?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Healing word's bonus action. So you still have your action.
Yeah, healing word would be a bonus, so you wouldn't be able to use your spiritual weapon, actually. But you could command the snake to do something.
Oh yeah, the snake!
Grapple,
Wait,
man.
Hey,
But I'm not summoning the spiritual weapon. It's just my bonus.
It does use your bonus action to tell it what to do, though.
So I can't do a spiritual weapon when I do a spell on a bonus action. So wait, could I have done the spiritual weapon when I did the spirit guardians?
Yes. So you cast spiritual weapon at the very beginning with your bonus,
Right.
and so it's been out there. But you do
Right.
need to use your bonus action to tell it what to do. So
Yeah.
the reason you can't do it and healing word is because healing word is a bonus action. If you
Oh.
had an action that could heal you, you
Oh,
could do
okay.
that and then use your spiritual weapon, or you could use the snake and healing word.
I don't think the snake can get to anybody. I don't think anybody's like within 10 feet anymore, right?
Well, it has a range that is greater than 10 feet.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it has 30 feet of movement.
Oh, okay. So can I get to somebody by 30 feet?
Oh no. Bellon's vest is made of snake leather too.
You can get
He
just,
feared this day.
you can get just the
Would come.
blonde.
The nightmares are coming true.
You can get the blonde snake leather vest if you want.
All right, let's do it.
Oh
All right,
no!
let's constrict this time.
Oh yeah, constrictive. That's melee weapon attack plus 6 to hit.
Okay.
So what is that? D20?
D20 plus 6. Yep.
Okay, that's 19.
That hits. Plus some ridiculous amount of damage, right?
So 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning, and the
Do what?
and the target is grappled.
2d8 plus 4.
2d8
Okay.
plus 4, and the target is grappled.
Tackle and grapple.
2d8 plus 4. Oh. Oh boy, that's gonna do it. That's 20.
That is enough to take down Balan. So the snake comes up and Balan like tries to kick and punch it away, but it doesn't care. It's so big, it just kind of wraps around Balan until you can't see him, and then you see the snake squeeze, and you see the vest, just the vest, pop out of the top of the snake and like just drift to the ground.
All right.
Nice.
I think we're out of initiative.
Woo! We did it.
Did you healing word yourself, Paelias? Did you take that healing?
Well, it was gonna be my bonus action, so I guess not, right?
I mean, you could do the bonus action first. It doesn't have to be.
Oh yeah, I'll still do it. So healing word, at a level 3.
Sure.
Okay, so 3d4 plus 2. 3d4 plus 2, yeah.
All right, so you all sort of, as Balan falls in a heap of snake, you sort of look around you.
Got 10.
Diane gets up. Paelias, you still have your what the heck were they?
The spirit guardians.
Wombats or something? What were they?
Horrible.
They're vampiric flying cherubs of sorts.
They're still flying around. Lady Norfil Lewin is just like sort of agape at what's gone on, and she sort of like looks around as Heather drops the sphere, and the headmaster and Joaquin Estrazio, they sort of look around, and they're just like.
Slow clap.
And they just start like, they're like, that was amazing! I've never seen a show like that! And Master Reng is like trying to like prevent the bleeding out of her former student, and she does, your stable, and she just like, what are they clapping for? And yeah, that is yeah, there is a fallen monk here, stable monk here. What do you guys want to do?
Are they unconscious or are they dead?
They would be unconscious. You have, I guess the one that fell. Rod, can you do a saving throw for
Following.
Tomlin?
Who's got the pliers?
Failed. So she has one fail.
All right, so yeah, they are unconscious. They are unstable. If you wanted to stabilize these two, you could. This one is stable by Master Reng's hand.
Right, so we're talking about Balan with the leather vest, and then Fawen with the dragon sword. The dragon board with the dragon sword.
Dragon ball and dragon sword.
That's happening. I'm going to go talk to Lady Norfall Leowin.
This church is like, fine, stabilizing shit.
All right.
I'm gonna return my snake to its staff form.
A wooden staff falls next to.
Still phrasing.
Good use of that staff.
Yeah,
Good thing you brought it.
me too. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab it and put it back in my pouch.
Are you gonna go grab that leather vest, Mr. Twizzard?
As a trophy,
Oh yeah.
like the Predator. I take an article of clothing from enemies that everyone else had a hand in defeating.
It's a surprisingly good fit.
It looks pretty good.
Finric, you walk up to Lady Norfell and she's like, Finric, that was amazing.
I know, and I'm sorry. I know it's going to be like really expensive for you to pay us the fee for all the background extras that we hired, but I feel like it was worth it.
Wow, well, that wasn't really in the agreement. I don't know if I can go above the initial fee promised.
We just saved your life, lady.
Wait,
It was a show.
Heather sort of scowls at Paelias and Finric both.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna look for Mr. or for Wimblecat.
All right. In what manner are you looking?
Is he actually still here?
I don't know, looking under the table, maybe walking into the
Do you want some help getting him?
Oh,
All
Mr.
right.
Twizzard's gonna conjure up something.
I'm gonna conjure a ball of yarn and throw it across the room.
While this is happening, can I roam the house and look for like loose jewelry?
All
The
right.
party's not over, people.
Okay, so all right, this is all totally fine. Finric, so you're like you made your gambit, and when she said she wants to keep to the price, you're just gonna like walk off into the hallway. There's a ball of yarn rolling across the floor to attract the tabaxi, who you haven't seen since the whole fight. Paelias, what are you doing? And or Finistel and Diane Kovath.
I'm gonna look at one of the stunned bodies and search it.
Okay. The one right in front of you,
Yeah.
Rob, what does he find when he searches that body? Of the dragonborn with the dragon sword. Besides, I suppose you find a dragon sword.
I do find a dragon sword. Can I take it?
Ooh.
Sure.
It looked pretty cool. Dragon sword. Add it to my inventory.
Dragon sword. Mechanically, it's a long sword.
Okay. Long dragon sword.
Any other interesting things on the body, Rob? Of your own at your own discretion?
Silver hat.
Yeah, so Bellon had a lot of, I guess what could be described as like fantasy body spray, and some like various scented oils, like kind of tucked away in a place that you're kind of surprised that he had those in his pants, based on how tight they were. Gorion had a lot of small bottles of fancy spirits, like not like kind of like the hotel bar size.
Sure. I
Yeah,
will say
I'll
that
just-
Master Ring is preventing looting of Grind. She's gonna take. She actually gets up and she sort of looks around the room at the destruction, the food that wasn't cleared away. That's just sort of everywhere. Pieces of chandelier. The other chandelier still dark, so basically the room is still dimly lit. And she looks at Lady Norfa Lewin and she says, "Thank you for the evening. I will be taking my leave now." And she sort of like looks around to see if anyone's going to stop her. And she like hefts up this comatose monk and just leaves the room. Is anyone going to stop her?
Who is this?
We need her.
So Master Ring, who was at the dinner party, has picked up the comatose body of her erstwhile student and is basically leaving the room. She seems none
Is
too
Finric
pleased.
still in the room? I'm gonna sending stone Finric and tell him that his table mate is leaving with the other drunken master monk.
He's looting the house right now.
Sake. Okay, so I'm gonna.
I'm just letting him know.
So Finric, you're like out in the hall, and you see Master Ring sort of like come in dragging / carrying this body.
And Shawn, I'm actually going to take this opportunity to jump out.
All right. Thank you so much,
So-
Jared. That
Okay,
was
thank all of you for letting me
amazing.
come and play some D&D with you. Appreciate
Nice to
it.
meet you.
that
You
was
as well.
super
Have a good
awesome.
one.
Thank you, sir.
Think one other thing that Fawin had. She has a set of 4. Mechanically, they're darts, but they're like they are stylized to look like fire. So there's just these long, beautiful darts like that are like orange and red. Like they look like if you had seen them from kind of dim light from about 15 feet away, you'd be like, oh look, that's totally like a lit flame. And then when you actually touch them, they're like, oh no, these are very beautiful weapons.
All right.
Should anyone
Well,
want to
I don't
grab
need them.
those?
I don't know if I can use them.
No, I think the only person who uses darts would be
Finric has a
Finric.
dart.
Yeah.
I think I'm technically proficient in darts, but
Not proficient in anything.
I'll take some darts.
All right.
They look like high quality. Like the craftsmanship that went into these is kind of astounding.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And with that, I think, Shawn, I'm happy to stick around if you think you need me to flesh out any more of the stuff. But otherwise, I was going to bow out.
I think you're good, sir.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. This is fun.
Thanks
Thank
for coming.
you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Bye, all.
Yeah, folks. See you around.
So I guess I'll talk to Master Rang.
Beard in my mouth.
Master Rang.
Finric,
That was a hard night.
it was unexpected, and she sort of glances at her. Disappointing. So if you recall, you folks had talked about the 5 ways earlier in the night. And,
Yeah. You saw that Moondrop grab Darvain.
I did. I also... Yes, I did. I can't begin to guess. But I
Well-
shall take responsibility for this one. Is that
Well,
all right with you?
sure.
All right. Perhaps we'll meet again at the monastery in
Perhaps.
better circumstances.
Perhaps I'll see you there.
All right. She goes out the door. What do you guys want to do? It is 11:40, so we could call it.
I'll take those potions.
Wait, what were the potions?
I believe it was fantasy body spray
Yeah, the Axe body spray. I'll take
and,
those.
and,
I'll
and
take
glitter.
And oils. They were
And
oils.
essential oils.
Yeah,
All right, mark those in your inventory.
oils and body spray. Got
I'll
it.
definitely take his leather jacket.
All right.
Does that count as armor?
I don't think I can wear anything, so
I don't think so.
I think it's just cosmetic.
It's yeah.
Well, but it says here armor, light armor, medium armor.
But I don't think I can.
This is you, right?
Right.
How many darts were there?
I don't think I can wear anything.
4.
Thank you. Nice darts.
Why don't you just find an actual vest?
A leather vest.
Mhm.
Good point. Bets.
It's probably referred to as a jerkin in, D&D
Jerkin.
realm.
There you go. Finric, you see Lady Norfell leading Joaquin and Headmaster Totternoose out. He's like, "Oh, Finric, I'm just going to see them out. I'll be right back." And the 3 of them sort of go out the front door as well.
Oh yeah, she didn't pay us yet, did she?
Gotta come back.
Finric, you are alone in the front hall now.
Is anything good?
My conscience is getting the better of me. I'm gonna go back to the main room.
Plus, it's a hallway. I can't imagine that there's anything easy to lift.
We got that nice rug. I think we
There
still
are
have
there
all
are
the parts.
staircases. There are staircases. You know the kitchen is in here, I think. I think you guys were you in the city?
Yeah, we were hanging out in there the previous night.
Yeah.
Heather might have some nice magic stuff in her room.
I don't know. I mean, Heather is probably watching us. There's probably things in the house that are keeping an eye on things for Heather. They have no servants.
Oh, I completely forgot. There were 2 unseen servants that we made in there.
Oh, that would have been the linchpin of the whole battle.
A lot of good they did.
Maybe they would have pulled the carpet out from underneath someone.
They could have tied that one guy Baloney's shoes together.
The Shogrin Diane Kovath turns to you, Paelias, as you're sort of just finishing looting the body and says, "What do you think you're doing?"
This dude tried to kill me. I'm taking his body axe.
We must alert the city guard.
Yeah, we can do that.
The body must remain as it was. There could be clues as to what drove these people to their actions.
Yeah. Just let him know that the body oil was there.
Wasn't.
Give me a persuasion check.
You did see my snake, didn't you?
That's like a loaded question.
Persuasion is 14.
And do you also say the snake line?
Yeah.
All right. She sort of looks at you with a disdainful, and then turns and walks over around to this other group. Twizzard, Agnes, Mr. Bones, and the monk's body. And what about you? Will you also be looting the bodies?
What's she talking to?
She's talking to
Not me.
Agnes and Twizzard. Or I guess
This
Twizzard.
wasn't my fight.
Oh yeah, who wasn't looted yet?
No, You should not be interfering with what will be soon a city investigation.
What's the matter with their holding? Just that they broke in here. What? We can go halves on this other guy over here.
I don't.
Come on, you get above the waist.
I have already alerted the city guard. They will be here shortly.
Yeah, but you didn't alert them like what they were all carrying, so
Yeah. We're doing our own investigation.
Wait, when did she alert them?
I didn't hear the whistles.
She used message.
look,
Oh.
if you squeal on us on
sending
this, like we're gonna have words.
What's that?
And snakes.
Ooh, words of snakes are something you don't want.
I'm taking a couple steps away from the people who are saying these things. I'm slowly backing up into
Distancing
the
yourself.
shadow.
Wait, is this one of the representatives?
It's
from
one of the
schools?
Shoguns.
Yes.
Ooh, which
She's
one?
The burgundy,
It's,
burgundy robes.
It's the one that I cast
Eva.
Featherfall on.
No, but yes.
Eva.
Diane
Eva or Rudland?
Rudlin.
Rudland.
No, what? No,
Oh,
Eva.
I'm sorry.
Eva.
No, Eva. Right?
Yeah, Eva.
Diana's Eva
Okay.
in the red robes.
Can we get any information from them? Because now that we finally have them here. Because normally it's these clown students we're always talking to who don't know anything.
Yeah, let's interrogate her.
I think you might want to take a softer approach.
Yeah.
Especially since she's already kind of like not caring for what you're doing. Looting. I'm just still looking for Wibblecat.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm gonna tell her-
give me a perception check for looking for Wimblecat.
Oh yeah. Check the yarn. Did it move?
The yarn has not moved.
25.
Holy cow.
You are very confident that Wimblecat is nowhere in this room. Yeah.
Did he hightail it out of here?
So
He probably dimensional doored out.
he was stunned, and you saw Ligur, the
Oh,
wizard.
Ligor wasn't there either.
Ligur, who presumably runs the underground fighting, he sort of grabbed Wimblecat and the Skulldrake, the right-hand man to the Duke. When the battle first started, the first thing he did was grab those two and teleport away.
This
Okay.
is an inside job. Somebody alerted them to our presence.
Well, what do you mean? Someone alerted the monks to our presence?
Yep. Someone told
Yeah,
me.
that was most likely Moondrop.
Who's Moondrop?
And that was the one that took away Darvain, the other
Yeah.
Shogun of Rudlin.
Oh.
as you
So
folks
do
are
we
talking,
consider that the evil
Lady-
Shogun, and
Lady-
what we've got here is the good one?
Lady Norfil enters with 2 city guard, and she's like, everyone, these city guard were apparently alerted by Shogun Kovath? Yes, they were. It's about time. Get these bodies out of here. Conduct your investigation. And they're like, sort of like deferential to her. They sort of like, investigation. They just like sort of look at the chaos around in like the barely lit room. And they're like, we'll take these folks into custody, and we'll be in contact with you tomorrow, Lady Lewin. And sort of Shogun Diane Kovath sort of looks at them disdainfully and tisks like these fools, but they do take the bodies away. Well, I'm fairly certain that whole last part wasn't your plan, but all's well that ends well, I suppose, says Lady Norfil. And
Yeah, it was a good show.
Well, I did try to warn you in advance that there might be someone that you invited to the party who would try to, ruin it.
You're saying that to Lady Norfil?
Yes.
Yes, you did. That is very true. She sort of like looks sidelong over at Heather, and Heather is like, for the first time you can remember, Heather is sort of giving a scowl to Lady Norfil. And at the sight of that, Lady Norfil sort of deflates and sort of again looks around the room and sees that the only sort of outsider at this point that's left is the Shogun Kovath, and she says, yes, well, Shogun Kovath, thank you so much for coming. And Shogun sort of like comes up and like stares at her, although Heather also comes up now next to her. And Shogun Kovath sort of looks around at all of you. She waits a beat.
I play something on my lute, like an ending chord, like ta-da.
And she walks out of the room. It's awesome. All right.
Well,
I think. Do you
Pick
guys
it
want
up
to do?
next week.
Do you guys want to do anything else, or are we good?
Not sure what to do next.
going back to the Duchess.
Let's get
Well,
to it.
I don't know. Have we eaten yet? Did we eat before? I don't know if we ate yet.
Ooh, I'm gonna eat someone's food that's at the table.
Agnes and
Well,
Twizzler,
no, I think I'm
you-
going to the
I think
kitchen.
you guys described that you were getting food in the kitchen,
kitchen.
before the. So
Okay.
I think you have eaten, and certainly Finric and Paelias, you enjoyed a nice meal.
Yeah.
Well played.
Well, I haven't had dessert, so
Oh, please, and she sort of like looks at the like destroyed dessert table with like shards of glass and the like fancy cupcakes, and perhaps there's something in the kitchen you could have.
all right, let's go
To the
and-
kitchen.
to the kitchen.
All right, you guys started going to the kitchen. Who's going into the kitchen?
Me. I'm gonna look for like a caviar spoon or something of value.
Mr. Bones is coming too.
I want some kind of pie or cake.
Yeah, no, there's a few desserts that maybe didn't get brought out in the first course. Finistel is also with you.
Oh, good. She didn't leave us.
You guys, yeah, give me investigation checks if you want to find food to eat.
9.
17.
Yeah, Finric, you find you're trying to steal an expensive spoon.
24.
Yeah, I'll maybe. I want to find one, then I'll decide if I'm gonna steal it.
Yeah, you find there is some nice silverware there.
Yeah, I only got a 7, but I just want to have food.
It's easy enough to find food. So Paelias, Agnes, you find food. No worries.
I got
All right.
24.
Well,
Can I
I'm
find
not
out?
gonna steal from her, but she deserves it, and I feel a little bit better knowing that at least I found what I would steal.
You guys are just sort of like, it's like that. It's like the last scene in the first Avengers movie where you're like all eating like shawarma,
Forma.
and you're just sort of like sitting staring at each other. And I think that's where we will end for tonight. Thank you all for playing. Thank you once again to Jared and Rob for helping me run that craziness. I had fun. I hope you all did, and I hope anyone watching did too. And we'll see you next Friday for our 52nd episode. Super awesome. All right, folks. Take care.